We are back for our yearly tour of Joe Koenig's garage. We've got the Hitman glasses on, but guys, check it out. We got a KTM 250, and wait till you see what he does to this. You know he knew how to soup up a 350. So it is a brand new year, and Mr. Joe Koenig, we have to come back because we know you love dialing in these bikes. And right now, you got a 2024 XCF KTM 250. Sir, what are you doing to this brand new bike?
Well, same as the last year with the 350, pretty much touching everything. It's got new radiator hoses, Rekluse clutch going in, flywheel weight, just the full gamut. Suspension was sent out to Enduro Engineering. So there again, there's the settings that they want me to do. Now this year they have springs in the forks. The 23 version had air forks. What else? You name it. A little bit of titanium, shock absorber, handlebar system. I'm trying something different. Also, up front is a stabilizer, so you can see it working.
So, very cool.
Steering stabilizer, Showa. That is the GOAT, the greatest.
Was that your Siri talking or my Siri talking?
My
Oh, there you
Siri's
go.
talking to
Okay.
me about some kind of
All
collection
right.
here.
There you go.
The GOAT, the greatest of all time. Come
Yes.
on.
Ricky Carmichael.
Ricky Carmichael. He ran one of those behind his number plate. He didn't tell anybody. So you can click it up, click it down. It's just a very light little head shake saver. You got a Warp 9 front wheel going on. I run an extra wide front rim. It is a 1.85, a little bit wider with a fatty tire on it. So that is a big cheater. It's actually called a Shinko Cheater Fatty.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, just again, just some trick stuff. The foot pegs, I like the fit and feel of.
Those are cool. What kind of foot pegs are we running?
Those are they're probably Warp 9s. But I mill them even lower. I mill the tops of them off, so they're a 1/4 inch lower. And yeah.
What I just love, we can tell from these pictures up on the wall, we can tell you're an ex-drag racer. And what you're doing here, you're dialing this in like you dial in a drag bike. You and I were talking about it in the car. You said most guys, they just buy a brand new KTM, and these bikes are so good from the factory that they leave them alone. Yes. But with your little touches, how much better do you make this? How much more comfortable do you make this bike in the woods?
Well, it's not faster. It's just, for me, it's about comfort and fit and finish and just feeling, like I belong on the bike. So I know exactly what I like. Handlebar height. I mean, here's the bench full of parts here.
Let's take a look at what we got over here.
You've got an hour meter. You've got a special fuel filter. You've got a different push button because the stock one's kind of weird. Handlebars. Oh, there you go. Enduro Engineering, Bark Busters. Wow. You know all about Bark Busters.
Gotta have them. And you painted them. Yep. You're doing your own painting.
Carbon disc guards, swing arm guard. I mean, this weighs nothing. That's like an ounce.
Oh my God. Now, is that tough enough to stand up to the harsh conditions in the Waldo Forest?
It will. It will. Just stops you from scratching the crap out of everything.
Amazing. And I love this detail work over here. You decided to what? Make it gloss black? Did it come flat black?
Yeah, what I did is I machined them, so I was just trying to make them look halfway decent.
What did you do to machine them? Would you?
Milling machine at Trimtex. Just lighten them with holes. Just, very lightweight.
All right.
Still protective, but I'm getting old. When I drop the bike on a hill, I want to be able to pick the damn thing up. So, extra tall Ricky Carmichael bars. So these are RC highs. So RC is Ricky Carmichael, and some brands call them CR. Some brands call them Renthal or Odie. They just kind of label them differently. Pipe guard.
Wow.
So that's going to go on like so. Keeps you from melting your pants. So right there, rode it one time and melted my pants on it.
Wow, that's pretty special though, man. That's really, really cool. And you're making it yours, and you're making it more enjoyable for you. How would you compare the 250 to the 350 that we saw here last year?
The 350 is Pretty awesome. The 250 is like 3 horsepower less, and it's still a little bit lighter. So my favorite bike is my 250 in Waldo on the really tight trails.
It really does.
And if I was going to go to Moab or Colorado, more wide open stuff, I would certainly bring the 350 instead. So it really just depends on where you're riding. If it's super tight, if you're doing enduro racing in New Jersey, you're going to cut your handlebars down really tight to like 28 inches to get between the trees, and you're going to probably be perfectly fine on a 250. If you're doing more wide open stuff, you're going to want a bigger bike. It depends on what you weigh too. I weigh 161, so you know I can get away with a 250. If you're 210 pounds, you know you're going to want a bigger bike.
All right, now one thing I see that it doesn't look like you're getting into, and it's hard to believe I can find something on this bike that you haven't touched because you are hitting it with a fine-tooth comb, but what I've noticed is some of these companies are selling aftermarket ECUs with hot tunes in them and everything. Yeah. Have you explored any of that?
I personally haven't because I ride up a gear and I lug the motors a lot and they run well. They don't flame out. So if your bike flames out a lot, you're definitely going to want an ECU for it. So, but the XCFs are hair scramble bikes. They are tuned really, really nice. If you are a KTM, gas or Husqvarna user or rider, there's a new oil filter cover that has a magnet built into it. Oh, wow. So it's on this side of the bike. It's orange down below. And there's a big, high-powered magnet right in the center. So it's keeping everything that much cleaner and that much better. And please change your oil often. And your screens down below, your filters here, and then you have a screen down here that you should clean when the bike's brand new because they tend to be dirty from the factory.
How often you change your oil, Joe?
Every 10 hours.
Every 10 hours, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously we got an hour meter on the bike. I don't even know. Does that come stock, the hour meter?
Yeah,
okay,
right up
cool.
on top, on front
Very
there.
cool.
Yep.
As you can tell, have never owned a new KTM Kawasaki guy, but it is winning me over. I think this may be the time to head on over. I like the factory betas though too. I like the way they're looking, but the entire Pierre Mobility Group, KTM, Gas, Husky, I like everything they make. So the final thing, maybe it's a little controversial, that livery. Can you show us your livery? That I know not everybody loves the retro style. Did I see a little purple over there?
Yeah.
I thought KTM was only going purple last year. They're sticking with this purple that not a lot of people love.
It's pretty lame.
I love the orange and black. I don't know that I'm digging the purple.
Let me see if I can get one of those.
Now you got a new graphics set coming, right?
Decal, yeah, it's already here. Decal Works.
Oh, shout out Decal Works, one of our partners.
Yeah,
Oh, let's take a look. Oh, pretty cool, man.
The 350 has a.
Gonna make it look different.
Yeah, the 350 has a stock on there, so you want them to look a little.
And
bit
the
different.
bike's name is Waldo again.
Yeah,
I like it. Waldo is the town that Joe's trails are in Wisconsin.
so that's what it's going to look like.
Now they're going to think your name is Joe Waldo.
Why not? Why not?
That's a good nickname.
Where is Joe Waldo? That's the question. My wife asks that question all the time because she has no clue where I'm at.
Oh, very cool.
Half of the time.
Well, guys, down below in the comments, let us know what adjustments you like making. If you have any questions for Joe, let him know. And make sure you check out our video last year where he showed how to make a 350 even better. Here, this is how you make a 250 even better. Nice work, Joe.
Thanks.
Now, before you guys talk about exhaust, he does have an FMF exhaust system in there as well. So we do have an exhaust system. So guys, remember, if you like that video, here's another one for you. Subscribe for all the latest and you'll never miss a thing. You know if there's anything fast motorcycle, sorry, hair is a mess, been the NHRA all day. We're in. Racing Jack rolls on.